guys, it's Howard. Today we're going to be building this PC, and as the title says, we're going to be salvaging the 1070 from this ROG G20, which I'm pretty excited about, along with the hard drive. I will be using the i5-8600K to kind of do this whole build, and I'll kind of go like, step by step and kind of like showing you what I'm using, what parts I'm using, and kind of put everything together for you guys. So let's do it. So on top of the ROG, there's gonna be like this little plastic fitment on top of the desktop that kind of like filters out there just a little bit. What you do is just kind of like peel it back and just like pop it off, and you're gonna expose like a little like heat sink right here. And what you're gonna see is that little screw right in there. It's one of the two screws that we're gonna be taking out, so we can kind of actually pop off this little side piece, this little side panel. And get to the 1070. So we're gonna do that real quick right now. All right, if I can get it. Maybe not. Fuck. I got this. Okay. This tiny one, will this do it? Is it spinning? It is spinning. Ooh. And we got one of the two out now. And I highly recommend getting a magnetic tip screwdriver, because if not, you're gonna have a bad day. Yeah, I should have got one. Oh god, I don't want like to fall and get stuck somewhere. Great. I really can't get it out. I got this. There we go. I'll just kind of like kick it out. Ooh. Ta-da! Awesome. Alright, we're gonna flip it around. And the next one, I don't know if the camera can see it or not. It's gonna be right here. Can you see that? So this right here is the second screw that I'm going to be wanting to take off. And we're just going to scrap it real quick. And just let you guys know, if you guys are doing this at home, that if you do take this off, well, like take the actual panel off, you are avoiding your warranty. And, well, actually, hence the sticker right there that says, read your little warranty book before you do any of this. Just like a little warning for you guys. So, alrighty. Let's see. I decided to. I can just cut this out. Where's my phone at? All you want to do is put your palm on the bottom part of this and just slide forward and push with your palm. Kind of see it like shift forward. And if you look, ooh, look at that. If you start looking inside, you can kind of see the actual 1070 right here. A little strip right here that controls the lights in the front, which is pretty cool. What you want to do is just disconnect it very carefully, because you still want them to function if you're going to be selling it later on, or if you're going to be reusing it for any other purpose. So let's just kind of like disconnect this little guy. There we go, just like that. Set this guy over here. And let's start taking off the screws so we can kind of get to the 1070. There shouldn't be too many screws. One. Okay. Screw goes where, because they are different sizes, of course. So we remove these two right here. We're going to remove this. So after removing 6 screws, 1, 2, 3, so on the bottom right here, 4, 5, and 6, you can finally release this little like red panel right here. And obviously you don't want to break it, so just kind of like roll out real slowly. See, put that to the side, and then we should be able to just pull this bad boy out, hopefully. It's a goal, at least. It's a lie. I don't know how we're gonna get it out today. Okay, so when we get all the screws out, just tug on it like just enough to where it pops out of the PCIe slot. There we go. And there we go. It's way bigger than some other models that Asus does have, so this for sure is gonna be a little bit harder to kind of get through. So here it is, like this little guy right here. There we go. So I did do this off camera. I got the 1070 out of the encasing itself, which is pretty hard to do, to be honest. Reason was because you are kind of scared when you're first taking apart a computer to break it. But all you do is just literally slide this out of it, and it will come right out. Also, another kind of like forewarning, when taking this apart, it is different than other models that have like a smaller graphics card, because this little plastic part is attached by 2 screws right here holding 1070 in place. So all you do is unscrew that, remove this, and you can just slide that baby right out, and you'll be good to go. So that easy, guys. We're gonna move on to the motherboard, the RAM, and the processor. I'm very, very excited. Two very amazing products that I'm kind of like excited to put into my actual motherboard. So let's kind of get started. MSI, good quality stuff. Let's talk on the plastic here. All right, we got cables. Obviously, you know, connectors for fans or hard drive cables. Everything that we need to kind of get started, along with the I/O plate. Pretty cool, right? Just like your simple things that you just get. SLI bridge. Let's open this guy up and kind of get him started. So there we go. Look at that right there. Wow, gorgeous little thing. RGB everything, because why not? So let's remove the box out of the way. We won't need like the CD or anything. There we go. With the box right there. Put this guy right here so we can kind of get him all situated. All right, we're gonna, if I can get it, maybe not. If I can get it. Awesome. So here is the processor. Very excited to put them into the motherboard. So let's do that. You do not want to touch where? You do not want to touch the top and or the pins of the processor. That's rule number one. And what you want to do is just lay him in there and let him adjust it himself. So you're gonna lay him flat. Go, wiggle just a little bit just to make sure that he's in there. He's nice and snug. Awesome. So let's put that plate back down. And it's gonna feel like you're breaking him, but you're gonna. Oh, that's scary. That's scary, Emma. What the fuck? I don't know. That thing's fucked up. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna put this down. It's gonna feel like you're breaking him. I don't wanna do that. Did I break it? Oh god.
Could it be upside down?
No. Alright.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
After removing the plastic from the little flap right here, you're gonna lay him right down in there. A little triangle right there, if you can kind of see it. That should be facing to the bottom left. You're just gonna lay him down flat, and it's gonna feel like you're breaking him, but you're just gonna push down on it. Did I break it? Oh my god. Am I breaking it? This is scary. Okay, so you're gonna put the little flap down. It's gonna feel like you're breaking it, but you just pressure on it, and ta-da! Yay! You got him in there. Okay, so next will be the RAM. I did get the Trident Z RGB RAM, and we're gonna have fun installing this because after everything's all said and done, this thing is going to light up brighter than anything. It's truly gonna, give you that RGB essence that any type of person making a computer for the first time would want. So let's put our RAM in there. So we're gonna match up the notch to the notch, and I got it. So that boy right in there. I'm gonna push down. Is it in there? There we go. And next one, same thing. Design it up, notch to notch. There we go. There we go. It's a nice satisfying little click if you guys heard it there. Okie doke. Let's see, next we're gonna do the cooling. We're gonna put some thermal paste on there. Rule of thumb you wanna do is just like a little grain of rice, so let's do that. See if you wanna zoom in on there, I'd be fine too. We don't wanna put too much, but that should do it right there. So we did a little bit without letting the camera know. We put the cooler on there, put the backing plate on there as well. All we need to do is put IO pad on there. Let's put that there. There we go. You will know when it's on there when there's like a nice like little click. It's kind of hard to describe what it feels like, but you just know when it's on there. And after that's on, you have your little OG panel right there, which is pretty cool. Now we're going to two-man this. I'm going to one-hand it, the motherboard, into the case itself. Let's do that. Ooh, spicy. Let's line her up. And if you look at that middle boy right there next to the M2 shield, once we line it up, you're gonna see that little boy poke out. But once that guy pops out, little nub, and you should be good to go. So next, what we need to do is screw this guy down. You got like a few little points, like right there, right there, right there. Just screw them in so that way the motherboard's not flip out. We got the backing plate on, liquid cooler on. Everything's kind of rocking and rolling. And we also need to plug in all this mesh right here too, so let's get to it. So we got the screws screwed into the motherboard, which are, you know, done at this point. Got them all screwed in. Time to put in the radiator and the fan. You guys didn't miss much. I pretty much just, you know, made sure that the motherboard's nice and snug on there, so that way when I pick it up and when it's ready, you know, to actually stand up, it will not fall over. This should be fun to kind of get all hooked up. I'm gonna install it on the top part of the actual case. Gonna put some fans underneath it so that way, you know, wind flow goes in and then it gets pushed out. So that way when I'm, you know, playing my games, editing videos, when, you know, the computer's working hard, I can actually process and blow out all the nice hot air necessary. So let's install this bad boy right here and get everything situated. So we are going to start putting in the hard drive. Instead of reusing the hard drive in the ROG, it was a change of plans. I could not get that thing out for the love of me. So we're just going to use the WD 1TB black that I got from Best Buy last minute, which I'm very happy about. It's this guy right here. I will be showing it in the video as well, kind of showing like what it looks like and what the box looks like, so in case you guys want to get it yourselves. It is what you would call quote-unquote a gaming hard drive. So if you guys want to get one yourself, then go for it. You know, 7200 RPM drive speed. So it's totally meant for gaming, you know. And hopefully this will, you know, do me some justice, especially for when I'm playing a few games, until I get enough money to get myself a solid state drive. So the tray comes like these little nubs, so you can take them out or reuse them. I really wouldn't advise using them. I would say use the screws that come with the hard drive itself, which should be a little baggie of silver screws, wherever those are at. It's these little guys. So just little screws that kind of plug into a hard drive. So that way it stays in place while you're installing it and while you're actually like putting the hard drive to use. So once you take out these little plastic nubs right there, we grab these bad boys. There we go. So it's very simple installation for a hard drive. Just make sure you line up like the actual holes with the holes, of course, and just screw it in one by one by one. There are 4 screws in total, and then all you do is just line this baby up. Make sure the guides go in just like that, where it's nice and snug and it's not floating around. And after that, you can just put the little screw in there back again for the hard drive and you're good to go. See, now it's all nice and installed, and you can put in the SATA cable, install the SATA cable and the power cable, and at that point now you have a hard drive. So the 570X, since it is an all glass case, it does a very good job at trying to help you hide the cables. There is this little like cable hideaway, as you can see, the little Corsair straps, Velcro straps, to help you with the cable management. Since once again it is a glass case, you want to make sure that you can, cable manage as much as you can, so that way when everything's up and running, you don't have cables just kind of poking out, spreading everywhere. Cables like these, you just open up the strap, slap it in, you're good to go. And that's what I'm going to end up doing with the hard drive cables as well. I'm going to have to, run it through, plug it into the motherboard, and just make it look all nice and pretty, so that way at the end of the day I have a nice, like, cable managed case. So I'm going to be installing a power supply next, after kind of like messing around with the cable management just a bit, and after installing my hard drive. So let's do this. I'm not going to really take much video of me doing this because it's going to be a little tedious since it is my first time doing this. But I will make sure to kind of like talk about what happened, what I screwed and what I didn't screw in pretty much, and how it all turned out. So let's do it.
I'm leaning back in my chair, I'm like, oh fuck. Damn it.
So let's do it.
Dude, this is gonna take me forever to get there. Are you awake? We just hello, faster thing, pilot. Yeah, my passenger is impatient. Commander, the refugees need to be at their destination soon.
So I got it all plugged in and all, strapped up and ready to go. There are 4 screws, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this baby's now all set inside. If anything, I got most of the things plugged in, like the PCIe cable, SATA cables, and everything, just to make, just so that way everything is powered up properly. This is a mess of cables, so it'll be fun to kind of put this all underneath this little backing plate. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna start throwing all the cables through to the other side, the front side of the case, just that way I can get the graphics card plugged in, get everything all settled in, so that way we can actually fire this thing up, and I'm actually very, very excited. So let's do it. So I have the computer all hooked up to power and HDMI. You're gonna wonder why I have it hooked up to a TV right now. Well, because I'm in my garage building this thing. This is the only place where I have like a lot of room to kind of build and kind of record everything. So we're gonna switch it on. Okay. Moment of truth. Everything seems like it's turning on. The RAM's turning on, everything. It's flashing, cool. Okay, and it turned off. Nice. Oh, it turned back on. Oh god. Let's see what happens. Well, let me get my keyboard so we can actually run through this whole thing. After about 3 weeks with my PC, I'm completely in love with it. I do plan on making a bench test video for my i5-8600K, so stay tuned for that. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe for more tech-related content. See you guys. Computer right now.
No, wait, put your head back. Wait, I can focus in on your head. Do it again. Hold still, hold still, hold still. That's actually